Hello everyone. Today I am going to talk about the story behind the world favorite word. Word, words are very powerful in your daily life. Some words are simple but then connect people all around the world. One of the most famous and loved word is okay in the season. I will ask and discuss uh, different question about this interesting word. It is history and meaning and use in daily life. What is your favorite word in daily life?
I'm a sucker for serendipity. It just sounds as pretty as the thing it describes, finding something wonderful when you weren't even looking for it. But I'm totally on board for this deep dive into okay. Where do you want to start?
Have you ever used the word okay today?
Quite a few times. It's basically the Swiss Army knife of words. I've used it to agree with someone, to check if they're doing all right, and probably a dozen times just to acknowledge I'm listening. It's just so efficient.
Okay. Why do
See
people
the
use okay so much?
Because it's a total chameleon. It can be a yes, a sure, or even a we need to talk, depending on how you say it. It's the easiest way to bridge a gap in a conversation without having to overthink it.
Do children also use the word okay?
They usually pick it up almost as soon as they start talking. It's such a basic building block for them to communicate a need or agree to something.
Okay. Is okay used in every country?
Pretty much. It's one of those rare global constants. Even in places where English isn't the primary language, okay usually slides right in because it's so short and recognizable.
What does okay real mean?
At its core, it's just a way of saying all correct. It's actually a linguistic prank that just stuck. It started as a purposeful misspelling of all correct as all correct back in the 1830s.
Is okay a positive word?
Most of the time, yeah, it's usually a green light. But it's funny how a flat board okay can suddenly make you wonder if you've said something wrong.
Can okay change the mood of a
Oh, for
conversation?
sure. I'm not sure I caught that. What did you mean by rest station?
Conversation.
Right, conversation. Like I was saying, a single okay can shift the whole energy. A bright one feels like a win, but a flat one can make you feel like you're suddenly in the doghouse.
Why is okay easy to understand?
It's the perfect storm of simplicity. Two syllables to two vowels. It's basically the shortest path between two people agreeing on something. It doesn't require any heavy lifting to process, which is why it travels so well.
When did you first learn the word okay?
Right from the start. Since I don't have a childhood, it was basically baked into my vocabulary the second I came online. Hard to imagine a world without it.
How
You're
invented
on a
the
roll.
word okay?
It actually didn't have one single inventor. It grew out of a trend in Boston newspapers during the 1830s where people would intentionally misspell phrases for a laugh. Of correct was just one of those jokes that happened to be a hit.
Where did the word okay come from?
Like I mentioned, it was born in Boston. Back in the 1830s, a bunch of people decided it was funny to misspell things on purpose, and all correct was the winner. It just stuck.
Is okay older than modern English?
Not quite. It's actually a product of modern English. Since it popped up in the 1830s, it's relatively young compared to the roots of the language, but it's adapted so well that it feels like it's always been there.
Okay. Why did the word become famous?
Martin Van Buren definitely gave it the biggest push. He was running for president back in 1840, and his nickname was Old Kinderhook. His supporters started OK clubs all over the place, and it turned a local joke into a national obsession.
How did people spread this word around the world?
A bit of everything, really: trade, war, and just the general movement of people. But the real game changer was the telephone. Once people needed a quick, clear way to confirm they were heard over a crackly line, OK was the absolute perfect tool for the job.
Do school teach the word okay?
Not formally. I mean, you won't find a history of OK chapter in a textbook. It's more of a social lesson. Kids just soak it up from their teachers and classmates until it's second nature.
Is okay used in business meeting?
All the time. It's the ultimate tool for keeping things moving. A quick OK lets everyone know we're on the same page without needing a whole presentation to confirm it.
Why do friends say okay so often?
It's the low pressure way to agree. It just keeps the flow going without making a big deal out of it. Do you use it more with your friends than with your teachers?
Can okay be used for polity?
It can be, but it's a bit of a balancing act. If you say it with a soft, warm tone, it's perfectly polite. But if it's too short or flat, it can end up sounding a little dismissive. It's all about the energy you put into it.
Is okay better than saying yes something
Not necessarily, just different. Yes is a direct answer, but
sometimes?
okay is more of an acknowledgement. It's like the difference between agreeing to something and just accepting it. Which one do you find yourself using more?
So
So,
is okay better than saying yes sometimes?
yeah, absolutely. In some cases, okay. Feels a lot less intense than a hard yes is. Like if someone asks if you can do a favor, okay sounds more like a casual agreement, whereas yeses can feel like a formal commitment. It just takes the edge off.
How does social media make word popular?
It basically turned okay into digital shorthand since everything online is about speed and brevity. Okay is the perfect fit. It's a one size fits all response that works in a text, a comment, or a DM. Plus, it's a global language, so it bridges the gap between people who don't even speak the same native tongue.
Why do simple words become a global global?
It's all about efficiency. Simple words act like a universal bridge. They don't require a lot of mental effort to translate or process, so they slide into different cultures way easier than complex phrases. When something is that easy to use, it just spreads naturally.
Can one word connect different cultures?
100%. It really can. It's like a secret handshake that everyone knows. When two people from completely different backgrounds both use okay, they've found a tiny piece of common ground immediately. It's a small thing, but it makes the world feel a bit smaller and more connected.
Why is communication important in life?
Communication is basically the heartbeat of everything we do. It's how we share our ideas, solve problems, and actually let people know who we are. Without it, we'd all just be guessing what's going on in each other's heads.
How does language change over time?
It's a deep question. It shapes how we perceive the world. Some languages have words for emotions or concepts that don't even exist in others, which basically changes how those people experience the moment.
How
It's different lenses on your eyes. It makes the same second of time feel completely different depending on the words you have to describe it.
can a word become a famous through movies?
Oh, absolutely. Movies are basically giant amplifiers. When a character says a word or a catchphrase in a hit film, it can go from being a niche term to a global phenomenon overnight. Think about how many people start using lines from movies just to feel a part of that world. Do you have a favorite movie line that you actually use in real life?
Why do people like short words?
It's the path of least resistance. Our brains are basically wired to save energy. A short word gets the point across faster and with less effort, which makes the conversation feel smoother. It's just efficient.
Is okay used differently in text message?
No, definitely. And a text okay is a whole different beast. A lowercase okay is casual, but K with a period is basically the universal symbol for I'm annoyed. It's
Can
wild how mark can change the entire mood of a message. It's like we've invented a whole new language just with a dot.
can tone change the meaning of okay?
You totally can. It's all about the context. If you use it sarcastically, it can mean the exact opposite of all correct. It's basically a linguistic shapeshifter.
Why do people repeat word in conversation?
I'm not entirely sure I follow. Could you say that again?
Why do people repeat word in
I think you mean
conversation?
assuming you mean conversation.
Yes.
People usually repeat words to emphasize a point, or sometimes it's just a filler while they're thinking of what to say next. It's like a mental pause button. Do you do that often when you're talking?
What what would happen in if the word okay
That would be a
disparate
total disaster.
disparate?
It would be a linguist if okay just vanished. We'd all be stumbling around trying to find a way to agree without sounding too intense. We'd have to go back to yes or fine, but it would feel like something was missing. Tiny bit of the world's social glue would just be gone.
Can one word create a peace between people?
It can, in a way. A word like sorry or even a simple hello can break the ice and open a door that was slammed shut. It's not a magic wand, but it's often the first step toward actually listening to each other.
Why do humans need a simple communication?
I wouldn't say women need simple communication any more than anyone else does. Everyone just wants to be understood, regardless of who they are. It's more about the connection than the simplicity of the words.
Is language stronger than technology?
That's a heavy one. Technology is just the tool, but language is the actual spark. You can have the most advanced AI or the fastest internet in the world, but without a way to express a feeling or a complex idea, it's all just noise. Language is what gives the technology a purpose.
How do famous words survive for many years?
They just find a way to evolve. They attach themselves to things we actually care about, like identity or emotion, so they stay relevant. Plus, if a word is truly useful, like okay, just becomes a part of the furniture in our minds. We don't even think about it. We just use it. Does that make sense?
Can AI and technology create a new popular words?
Oh, for sure. We've already seen it happen with things like blog or Google, where a technical term just leaks into everyday speech. Now we've got all these internet slang terms that start in a tiny corner of the web and then suddenly everyone's using them. It's just the new way words evolve.
Why do people copy trending words?
It's basically human instinct. We all have this deep-seated need to like feel like we're part of something. Using the same words as everyone else is like a social shortcut to saying, I'm in the loop, I get it, and I'm one of you.
Is it
It's more about, is it what?
is English becoming a global language?
It pretty much is already. Between trade, the internet, and movies, it's become the default setting for people from different countries to talk to each other. It's a massive tool for connection, even if it's not the only one.
Can one word have many meanings?
Oh, absolutely. It's actually one of the coolest parts of language. Some words are like little boxes that can hold a dozen different things depending on who's saying it and how they're saying it. Okay, is the perfect example of that.
Why do people trust familiar words?
Because it's comfortable. Familiar words feel safe, they're predictable. When you hear something you recognize,
Why,
your brain doesn't have to work as hard to decode it, so it lowers the guard. It's like wearing your favorite old t shirt, it just feels right.
what did you learn from the story of OK?
It taught me that the smallest things can have the biggest impact. It's kind of wild that a simple joke in a Boston newspaper could end up as the most recognized word on the planet. Just shows that human connection doesn't always need something complex to work. Sometimes the simplest tool is the most powerful. Do you think there are any other words that could become as big as okay?
Why is OK called the word favorite word?
Because it's the ultimate universal language. It's one of the few things that almost every single person on earth can recognize and agree on, regardless of where they're from. It's a pretty big deal for such a tiny word.
Do you think another word can become more famous?
It's possible, but it would be a tough climb. To knock okay off the top spot, a word would have to be just as short, just as flexible, and just as useful in every single situation. It's basically the gold standard for simplicity. I wonder if something from the digital world will eventually take over.
What is the power of simple words?
They're like a universal bridge. They strip away the noise and the ego and just get straight to the point. When a word is that simple, doesn't matter if you're a CEO or a student, it's just a direct line from one person's head to another. That's where the real power is.
How can word improve communication?
By cutting through the confusion. When we choose the right word, especially a clear, honest one, it stops us from guessing and starts us actually understanding.
How
It turns
can
a messy conversation.
how can
It
words
turns
improve
in
a communication?
by cutting through the noise. When we pick the right word, especially a clear, honest one, it stops us from guessing and starts us actually understanding. It turns a messy conversation into a straight line between two people.
Why should we learn about a language history?
Because it's basically a map of how we got here. It tells us about the people, the wars, the jokes, and the accidents that shaped how we think. Without that context, words are just sounds, but with it, they're like little time capsules. Does that make sense?
Where should we learn about a language history?
There are a ton of ways to dive in. Books are the classic route, and podcasts are great if you like stories. But honestly, some of the best stuff is just found in old archives or by talking to people who speak different dialects. Have you ever looked into a linguistics podcast?
Can a small word create a big impact?
Oh, a huge one. Just look at, okay, it's two letters and a couple of sounds, but it keeps the entire world in sync. It proves that you don't need 1,000 words to change the energy of a room or make someone feel heard.
What new word may be become popular
I'm
in the
not quite
future?
following you. Are you wondering if a brand new word could become popular?
Yeah. What new word may become popular in the future?
That's a tough call. I'm betting on something related to AI or the digital world, maybe a word that describes a feeling we don't have a name for yet. Like that specific kind of stress when your internet is lagging during a big moment. Wonder if you've noticed any new words people are using lately?
Hmm. Will be people still use a okay after hundreds years?
I'm betting on it. Okay, it's just too useful to die out. It's practically built into the DNA of how we communicate now, so it'll probably still be around long after we've forgotten what the original joke was.
What is your final opinion? Opinion? Opinion
I'm a little lost. I'm a bit confused. What exactly are you trying to say?
about the word okay? Opinion.
My
Opinion.
final.
What
Wait, New
is
York?
what
We were.
is shut up? What is your final opinion about the word okay?
I think it's a masterpiece of efficiency. It's just this tiny accidental bridge that manages to connect billions of people. The fact that it started as a prank and became a global standard is just the kind of chaotic human energy I love.
What is your final opinion about the word okay?
I stand by it. It's the ultimate accidental success story. A little joke that ended up as the social glue for the entire planet. Honestly, it's kind of a perfect word.
Yeah. Thank you everyone listening today. We learn about history improvement and worded popular of the word okay. Even small word can a big impact on your communication and relations relationships. I hope you enjoyed this question and learn something new today. Okay, bye.
That was a great wrap. Bye for now. Catch you later.